Ahoy mateys, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Development Log for Colonial Sea Trader. So this week I did something I've never done before. I took this game to a kind of a convention of sorts where I was able to have people come and playtest this game. And I had maybe 20 people or so who came by and tested the game, and there were a lot of interesting things that we found as a result. A lot of things that I thought were intuitive that aren't. So, for instance, the panning here. I thought it was very obvious how to do that. People had some real difficulty in knowing how to do that, and I'm trying to figure out how I can make that more obvious. A lot of little bugs going on. There was an instance where you were behind the ship, behind the sign here, and you couldn't see the ship very well. I've been working on improving that. You can see that the sign is transparent now, which might be good enough. You also see this little glow around the ship. That was an earlier attempt that I had to fix the same problem. I kind of like the transparent signs a little bit better, though. Some other interesting issues. Universally, people, they want to close the screen by clicking on this outside area. Well, that's not how it's supposed to work. Interesting. It wasn't intuitive at all that you needed to get food and water to survive, and that's largely my fault. I kind of recognized that as an issue. We'll be working on it some more. One thing I noticed is how long this loading dialogue takes. I had no real concept that it took this long to do anything, and it's not really very acceptable. And it seems to take longer the second time too, I've noticed. So this probably isn't going to work here, but that's okay. Bottom line is testing out this game in front of some real people was absolutely invaluable. I found at least 2 or 3 people who sat down and played it for 10-15 minutes, which I was quite surprised at. Even one person who was wanting to buy the game, which was pretty cool. I don't personally think it's ready for that yet, but hey, it's awesome. Somebody wants to buy this. Yeah, this almost certainly isn't going to actually load, by the way. I learned this the hard way, which is not always a good thing. So I should know now that I should have done more testing in this particular mode where the game is compiled and just playing game after game, because I probably would have noticed this a lot sooner and been able to fix this. So what I've done is I've taken several pages worth of notes here and took 2 almost full pages of notes. And so I'm storing some of these off. Some of these things I'm fixing just right away because they're easy. I misspelled broccoli was one of the lines of all things, but that's now fixed. Some of the things were a little bit less obvious that we're going to be working on. So anyways, that's the status of things. Hopefully I can get the user experience to be quite a bit better than it has been, because right now I've determined that it's quite frankly lacking, and hopefully a little bit of good dedicated effort, excuse me, can really improve that. And so thanks for stopping by and listening to me continue on with this, and thanks for all the support that you guys give me. You guys are absolutely amazing. I am just astounded by the support that I have received for this game. So hopefully I'll see you next time, and thank you much for joining.